everyone, welcome back to my channel Squatron. My name is Darsh Adak, and in this video we are going to be starting some custom PHP functions. So I've created one file already in my Squatron project directory, and here I have opened the PHP tags and opened it in the browser. So let's start. First, to add custom functions, you need to call the function keyword and the function name. So I'll just call it say hello, and then brackets, and then curly brackets. So here I had posted one previous video on echo and wheres variables. It's on my YouTube channel right in here in my PHP playlist. So if you don't know what I'm doing right now, you can just view that video. I'm just going to echo hello, how are you doing? Question mark. And now we'll see whether we get anything. We don't, because we are not calling the function. The function is stored in this function name. If you want to call it, means you should say hello. And if you just don't put the brackets behind it, we'll see what we get. We get an error, because whenever you are calling a function, there has to be a brackets behind it. Here, hello, how are you doing? That exact same text that we entered here. And now we'll see the difference between a return. Will it echo it out? No, because return just returns the value. It will not be printed on the screen. To print it, you should either use echo or print. I prefer echo more. So here, and if you view the source, we don't get, I view the source by Control U. You don't get any tags or title or anything in it, because we didn't put any HTML markup in it. The next thing what you are going to see is how to pass a parameter to this function. Now this might be difficult for you to understand, because it is kind of a little bit complex, but it's just an example. I'm just going to require header.php. What actually, and you want to know what is the require keyword. So what exactly it does is that it just includes the file header.php. But since we don't have that, we can create a new file, header.php. And in this, let's just put some HTML markup. And let's just give it a title called, let's just give it Squatron /YouTube channel. Okay, now this that is stored in a separate file. How to call that file from this directory into this inside this functions.php? Well, this function does exactly that. Okay, now we'll call it get underscore header parenthesis or brackets, and then just refresh. We get the title, and now if we view the source, we get the HTML markup opened. Well, if you are seeing this as well, it's just some default things that localhost inserts inside your pages, so that's nothing to worry about if that comes it suddenly. Okay, next we are going to create a new function. Just copy this and paste it below. This will be called get underscore footer, and call this footer.php. Now we will call that right here, but it will throw an error if it can't find the file. There, I'll just zoom in so that you can see. Here, require footer.php, failed to open stream, no such file or directory. Okay, to fix this error, all you have to do is just create a new file called footer.php and just close the markup we opened in the header page. There, the error is gone, and if you view the source, we get the ending HTML tags right here with the starting ones. Okay, now that's a way to include external files. Now next what we are going to do is just create a new function called, let's just call it say or e. Basically what does this is, it just like it's a shortcut for echo. So it'll not, if you just tell echo $str, that's one for string, we don't get an error because we are not calling it. If you call it right in the middle of this, call it e there. Notice if you zoom in, undefined variable str, that stands for string again. And here, how to echo this out or undo this error, just think. All I'm going to do is inside the brackets or parentheses, you can just put a dollar and paste. Save and go back. And we get an error because we have to mention a string or variable here. And if you, for now, let's just tell hello. There, hello. We get hello. And now, what happens if you use an external variable? Let's create a $str here equal to Squaretron/YouTube channel. Okay. Now what will happen if we enter this $str here? Will we get an error? Nope. So that's pretty much working. What to do next is just, if you want to validate this and it has to be only a variable, so just enter var in front of it. And now if you try to enter a string here, it'll validate it. Just put it hello. There. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's done in advanced technique. So, okay. Now hello. Okay, that's been done. And all we have to do is just, for another type, for another way, instead of defining a variable, you can just define a constant. Constant, there are two ways to define constants. They can even be defined by this value called str and just copy its value and just paste it in. But the define method is more recommendable because it makes your work look more neat and professional. So we'll see what happens now. This will be empty, we'll get an error. So to call that constant, we can either use the direct this way. We'll see whether we get an error for this. Nope, we don't. So all you can do, there's another method here called, oh, my spelling mistake, constant here, to make you look neater, just that way. Oh, we get an error because it's kinda, sometimes this does not work. That's why in this method, this is recommendable. Okay, here. Now that's done, and then we'll see just one more example before we close today's video. Name a function called, let's just call it p, closing brackets, and just here we'll enter 5 stuff: $id, $name, $user, $pass. id, it requires 4 arguments: id, name, user, and password. So all you have to do is just echo in a string called, we can return an array for it. You can use the return method, and we can use the array. don't worry if you don't know what are arrays. I'll just shoot a new video on that soon. It will be in my upcoming playlist. Okay, so return this. You can use this method for an array, or you can use this method for an array, but I feel comfortable with it this way, so that's what I'm going to use. And in a string we are going to pass id. That means id equal to $id, and then next pass, what we are going to do is just name and paste it 2 more times. After that user, and after that password. Okay, now this will just return it. We'll just comment this line of code out and call that function. It requires id, so numbers don't need strings to keep it in. So 1, name, let's just call it Darsh Adak, because that's my name. Next will be user is, let's just call it Squaretron. We have called the user as Squaretron. The password, let's just put 1 2 3 4 5 6. What will happen? Pretty much nothing. And to view the what's been returned in an array, it's quite a medium complex thing. If you don't understand it clearly, don't worry, I'll post a new video again, like I said. So just print _r for finding it neatly. Just use it this way, space and this. Okay, look, we get an array, but to make this in a more neat way, we're going to create a new function right below this one called pre_r. It needs one $array, because it will take in one array, and then curly brackets, echo. This pre tag is something we have not discussed in our HTML markup, but you'll soon understand what it does when I view it in the browser. Next, print _r $array. We need a parameter array, and then we are printing what we did here, the array. So array pre_r. There, it looks way more neater. Now, how to convert this into a string? That's what we are going to get inside now. Right here, let's just do this. Okay, this if statement is also something we have not viewed before in PHP tutorials. If you don't understand, just don't worry, I'll post a new video on it. And by the way, just if statements are nothing but they need conditions, and if that condition is true or false, it can execute the base code. So we're going to use a function that comes with PHP, is array, and we're going to store this in a variable array. So $array, and right here all we need to do, just call the function. If that is an array, we have these values stored. Next, there's a function called implode. It requires a parameter to break the pieces into. So I like to use a comma and the pieces. So this array variable right here, Ctrl V, and then paste. We can't quite see it because it's kinda in a different way here. There. Okay. Now we see that there's no much difference, and that is because it's in that kind of way. So now we don't, oh sorry about that. Now we are going to remove this, then add this. Okay, then right here we'll see what happens. Implode invalid, we get another implode, invalid arguments passed. Okay, to solve this error, you don't need to put this into a pre-r tag. There. Everything's looking neat. Now what will happen if I want to echo it out? It's converted into a string, so we don't need to use that pre-r function. Here, 1 comma, let me zoom out, 1 comma darshadak comma squadron username comma 1 2 3 4 5 6. And to make this into a more readable way, I have taught a function I've talked about a function called string replace in my previous videos that we are going to use right now. Array equal to, it requires a lot of lines if you have huge arrays, so I'm just going to show one example. We want to just show the Darshadak with a label, so we're going to just search for this, and there's a space at the end, so that. And so after that we are going to enter what to replace it with. So we're going to replace it with name equal to replace, and the subject in what to replace this array variable. There, try it out right here, id, and then we get the, let me zoom in, we get the name Darshadak and username squadron. I'll just show you one more example of this. I'm just copying that same line and pasting it. Now we are going to be searching for a 1, and I don't like to enter it in a string, so id equal to 1. Okay, here. Now id and name have both changed. Now you might be wondering, how are we entering our arrays values more than once? Well, in PHP it provides to, after the array is used here, if you can set that array as a new value, but if you use it before the setting as a new value, it will take as this, and if you use it after the setting of the new value, it will take as the bottom one. So that's pretty much it. And then, so this, if you want to directly use it as a string, you can just call it id equal to dot punctuation 1, and then name, sorry, just, it will not look neat, so just pr colon darsh adak. After that we have just entered 2 values because it'll take too much of our time and make this video long, and I don't like long videos, so just leave it. And to make this dynamic, that means to automatically take it from this function, so all you have to do is just Control C and then dollar vs alt tab Control R. Oh, sorry, just wait, what's here? Undefined variable Darshadak. Oh, miss when you insert double there. Oh, so we get another error because the implode function is not quite an array. By the way, I just commented those lines out, so it won't need it. So id name equal to the values we pass. Okay, that's it for today's video. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and want more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel so I can, and please like this video to understand what videos you have liked and to post more videos of that kind. Thank you.